Good evening and afternoon, my fellow YouTubers. It is I, Rexmon of Rexmon Productions, back at it again with a new live stream adventure of Pokemon Colosseum. We are finally going to adventure down into the underground. Uh, should have figured she'd try to jump us. I think she has like bug type Pokemon. I can't remember. Maybe a water type. I don't know. And oh no, this is Fampy and Vibrava. And if you're notice, and you might notice something, there is no webcam. That is because unfortunately, poor old Rexmon still has no new blackout curtains. And actually, I'm gonna switch that up. Have Espeon go Fib Rava and low kick on Fampy. And that is because, yeah, the sun is just in that kind of part of the horizon and is kind of putting up a nasty kind of glare in my webcam. So I don't think I'll be using my webcam at all during this live stream. Still need to figure out also how to make thumbnails for YouTube because I tried for my first ever live stream series. I did try to make a specialized thumbnail, but it didn't really work. I'm not a master at editing by any means, so yeah. Maybe by the time I do not episode, live stream number 7 or 8 for Pokemon Colosseum, maybe by then, that's when I'll have a proper thumbnail. Honestly, though, I wouldn't even know where we would be at by live stream 7 or 8. I don't know. Bum bum. This didn't happen. Oh, yes, it did, hon. Yeah, sure it is. So we are going to the underground with, and unfortunately, Espeon got a little banged up, so I'm actually going to switch to Ampharos. So we are going to the underground Zero Shadow Pokemon. Yes, this will be actually, I think, the first time ever that we've ever gone into any kind of journey really without having Shadow Pokemon. And I also just realized there's no game volume. Whoops. I forgot to turn on the game volume. Whoops, that's in an embarrassing, awkward moment. But yeah, so we're going into this Zero Shadow Pokemon because I want to focus on my main party teammates, and shit. I want to kind of try and train a little bit of everybody on the side to welcome to the under. Oh, wait a second. It has been a long time since anyone has come down here. Yeah. Well, of course the door is locked, but yeah. Hello. Lady Venus is very cautious, except for her TV appearance she is rarely seen. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I thought you immediately got dropped when you went to the underground. So me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the under time again today. Without further ado, let's bring out the special summon we've all been waiting for, Lady Venus. Funny enough, that is my mother's name. Venus. Hi everyone, it's me, your Venus. Everyone's Venus, that's me. I have something terribly important to share with you today. It's horrid. There are spies right here in the under. Can you imagine? We don't really know all the details, but if you see anyone suspicious, please let us know. Everyone, please, I'm counting on you. We need you to get lots of information for us. And that was Lady Venus, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for watching. Please do tune in again. Yep. Now, I think... Isn't that kind of cool? That's funny. No, okay. Yes. No, I would not. That's funny. Okay, so, which is funny because I could have sworn we immediately get jumped and attacked. Hello. Did you hear the admin named Dakim was beaten down? Which one was it? Oh, that was the big guy we got Inte from. That's the second admin to go down after Meyer B. The enemy is pretty strong. Hell yeah. Oh, we found an item. Ooh, sweet! Hyper Potion. Then again, though, I don't remember. Did I actually buy a Hyper Potion when I was shopping in the last live stream? I did not, so that's gonna be great. I've got some Hyper Potions. Which also helps because I do not remember if the Under technically has a Pokemon Center or not. And yeah, I don't know. That's where the discs come into play. Hello. Weird, there seems to be nothing broken here. Howdy. What's the hull of it? Should be here by now. Hello. If it's the Colosseum that you're waiting to get to, you can ride that UFO there. You do have operating discs, right? Yes. Technically, we have one of them, but yeah. And here's a shop. What do you sell? Full restores max potion. Wow, okay. Hyper potion, full heal, revive, and TMs. It doesn't say the name while it's in the shop. Snow Wind, attack that may freeze, but needs recharging the next turn. I think that's for Hyper Beam. Wall of Light, negate all damage, but may fail if used in succession. That might be Protect. Prevent status or abnormalities. Strike the target with a Thunderbolt. It may paralyze. Create a Wall of Light. Powerful fire attack that may burn the target. The attack power varies among different type Pokemon. I'm good for now. I like to somewhat talk to the locals. Hello. What? I pressed that button too fast. I think he's a spy. It's just... I don't know if I'm cool if some dude's staring at me like that. Sure, why not? Once a man who made a fortune in the mines of the Under, where he ended up. I don't know. I only hope he used his vast wealth for good. That's it. Okay, whatever. So now we're on the roof of the shop. Lady Venus is the Unders? No, she is my idol. For Lady Venus, I could do anything, but even though I'm so near to her, I've not seen a glimpse of her in person. Oh, it hurts deeply. Lady Venus! Simpler! Wait a minute, is this... no, technically not. Okay. So, yeah. I know we have the one mobile disc in our inventory, but, yeah. Oh, wait, that's... yeah. The one thing I vaguely remember about the Under, it's kind of tricky to get to point A to point B, and they don't, or they do have a Pokemon Center, but it is extremely difficult to get to. I think they have just a hotel. Pyrite Town charges 100 for their nights. I hope this one doesn't charge 500. 1,000? Hell no. Damn. Charging 10 times what Pyrite Town charges. That's extortion. But at least we have a save port, so might as well take advantage of the saving port. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the Undertime again. Lady Venus, please. It's me, your Venus. Everyone's Venus, that's me. I'm very disappointed the spies haven't been caught yet. Can you imagine? Everyone, please. I'm counting on you for more cooperation. Yeah. Yep. You still haven't figured me out. I find Venus repugnant. I can't stand that type of cheap coness. I don't know. What is it with that I'm your Venus shtick? Oh, she's my Venus. What? I can't tell. if he's speaking that sarcastically or passionately. Okay, so here's the plan. If I spot a spy, what I'll do is clear the area, then shout really loud to startle the spy. While the spy is startled, you jump him and subdue him. How's that for a plan? Huh? What do you two want? We're having an important leave us chit-chat. Leave us alone. My partner's the brains of us two. His plans always work, but you know, I always seem to be the one getting hurt all the time. Yep, okay, good. So we go through the hotel, okay, hey, spies! I see spies! Oh wait, that can't be right. Real spies would look much stronger. Screw you, a-hole! Hello. The winner of a Colosseum challenge gets to meet Lady Venus in person and receive a shadow Pokemon. One day I'm going to enter and get me a shadow Pokemon, but for that I'll test the opposition, starting with you. Here goes. I like the, in ways I actually like the aesthetics of the underground society. Then again, though, Magikarp up level 30 would not at least tackle, but even then, yeah, he ain't gonna put up with the fight. Though I am now worried for Sudowoodo because the Phoebus could maybe drop a water move, so it better be quick. So let's go Thunderbolt on that Phoebus. And just be funny, and what? Phoebus is splashing too? That's funny. Flash, flash! Yay, Sudowoodo leveled up. Uh-oh. Now that's a real Pokemon of the water variety. Alright. So, Sudowoodo might get KO'd before he gets to drop that low kick. And again, Wailord. Oh, well, strength doesn't necessarily mean, but uh-oh, he is level 4. Wow. Okay, Ampharos tanked it. Good job, girl. Also, I forgot Sudowoodo's a girl too, so yeah. Hey, Lord! Oh wow, that was nearly 1,000 XP. That's dope. Alright, let's kick that fish. Because I need a cheap move. Thunder Shock. Oh wow, you actually know a move. I just love the animation life that they breathe into Magikarp. It's so hilarious. Dun dun. Yeah, sorry, Brewski. Whoops, wrong button. I wanted Pokemon, not PDA. Okay, Gamma, go to your Pokemon. Let's swap Sudowoodo for Hariyama for a little bit. I haven't seen too much flying types, and I want my battle tank. Yellow. When the Under used to be a mining town, the junk shop's owner used to be the train driver, but where is this railway supposed to be in the Under? I've never seen it. Howdy. Oh, what should I do now? I have to make a delivery, but I'm still not done cleaning. Hey, wait, wow, aren't you Wes and Yuki? Uh-oh. How do you know who we are? I thought so. This makes things easy. Please, can I get you to deliver this part to Net's house? Power up part. But wait, just tell Net that it's from here. He'll tell you the details. Net's house is the one with the big rotating antenna dish. You'll know which one it is as soon as you see it. Okay, sure. Hey, old timer, how you doing? It appears my grandchild recently joined something called the Kids now I can't speak. My throat's dry. Since then, I get the feeling that parts have been slowly disappearing from the shop. Wes, what is your situation? It's NASCAR again. Hey, kind of like what happened when we were in Pirate Town and Meyer B had his scene. Well, a couple of mice appear to be running loose, but it's nothing to worry about. We'll catch them right away, pulverize, and mash them up. Fine, the priority is to distribute shadow Pokemon, don't forget. As for you, hurry. Oh, so this is the actual N guy. Complete the shadow Pokemon's development as soon as possible. Your trust will not be misplaced, Master Nascor. Already sufficient shadow Pokemon battle data has been gathered from our minions. My masterpiece, the most powerful shadow Pokemon in history, shall be ready. And yet, the irony is we literally in the sequel that came in a year later, we see the perfect ultimate shadow Pokemon with Shadow Lugia. Good. I'll be waiting for good news, that is all. It is time we return to the lab and put on the finishing touches. Oh man, I didn't notice or remember Venus had red hair. At least I think that was red hair. I don't know. Come back to the lab. Yes, sir. Damn. Okay, yeah. So now, I feel like I need to save just in case, I don't know. And hell no am I gonna spend $1,000 for a hotel fee, unless it's life or death, which you never know when you're in the underground how it could be life or death. Alright, I think I went, well, it doesn't really matter if you go left or right, because you just look back around. Hey, delivery. Yep. Are you the Wes and Yuki? Oh wow, that is so awesome. Come on, you have to get inside. Quick, quick. I want to imagine that purple stuff is like rust water oil, something like that. I don't know. I mean, we live in an underground mine society. Meg, Net, you won't believe who just dropped in for a visit. We've got some shocking company. Shocking company? Try not to be too shocked when you hear it. It's Wes and Yuki. No, really? Bit, is that true? Is that Wes really here? See for yourself. Hello. This is a dream come true. I'm so glad to meet you. I'm Meg. The Kids Grid is bringing together kids from faraway towns. Whoops, well, I didn't mean to click on the kid. Hello, Meg, with 2 G's. Anything special in here? Nope, it's just a room. I hate it when it's just a room with nothing in it. How you doing, kid? I'm Net. Sec and Pyrite has told me about what you've been doing so far. You know, it's funny, I think in the sequel, all the kids that you talk to, because the sequel's plot line is supposed to be 5 years into the future, they're like somehow all teenagers or young adults running a news station that replaces the evil organizations in Pyrite, and that's where the base of operations for the central news station is for the New World or whatever in Pokemon XD Yellow Darkness. Wes handed the power-up part. Oh, this is from her? Great, this is all that he needed to get the Kids Grid back up and running again. Oh, retro technology of the 2000-2005 era. I better explain. A little while ago, we somehow lost access to the Kids Grid. We think it's caused by a jamming signal that's interfering with the Kids Grid. It's probably Venus is doing, but this power-up part you delivered will let me boost up our equipment. When we get the Kids Grid back up, I'll try to hack their computers. Okay, cool. Well, oh, what? Oh, Wes, wait, please. May I have your PDA number? Yeah, sure. Here you go. Thank you. Cool. You know, it's funny. I don't... Oh, I missed a room. Nice. Well, it's just another empty room with junk. Lame. You know, it's funny, I don't know how many people you give out your PDA number to, but in reality, I don't even think you get that many text messages from people. Meyer B. nabbed from the Chief of Police, Stu King of Pyrite Town, sending us an emergency. Wait a minute, can I change my notification alarm? No, I'm gonna have it set as number 6. I didn't know you could change your ringtone on your PDA. That's something I don't think me and my sister, when we played the game back in the day, I don't think we experimented with that enough. The spy, we spotted the spy. Okay, so here's where we get into complications and stuff. Hello. Look over there in front of the elevator. We finally found a spy. Okay. Let's, wait, what? Yeah, I thought I saw something. Yeah, sure, let's go and... Actually, how do you even... Oh, wait, now I remember. This side, it's all the buildings and stuff. But, it's actually... Did I pass that? No, that's part of the floor or something. Now I realize, one of those buildings that you have to use the elevator discs, that's how you actually get to the underground's Colosseum. Let me go, let me go! Shut up, it's hopeless. Quit struggling. I think that's Silva? I might be wrong, but could be right, I don't know. Looks like Silva. I don't know. But they didn't say it was his name, so I don't know. Now you be a good boy, lie still. Hoy. It was Silva. Okay, I don't know why I didn't say it earlier. It's me, Silva, from Two Kings. I've discovered that they were bringing Shadow Pokemon Pyrite from here. That's as far as I got when they caught me like this, but I did manage to filch this from them. Here you go. The R disc. Okay, now we got the R disc. I think it's an item that's useful only down here in the Under. Yeah, the sad part is they remove the Underground Society, well, for obvious reasons because it was the villain's hideout in this game, but it's no longer in existence in the sequel. That actually kind of makes me sad. Aye. Who might you be? If you're tourists, you're getting our way. Go on, scram. Hold on, you two, you're not from around these parts now, are you? I get it, you've come to your pal here. You two are spice too. Okay, now I know if not both of them, one of them for sure has a Shadow Pokemon. Ow. And this is problematic because Emperor is a little injured. And, yeah, up, yep. We got Radiant, and, yep. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop a Thunderbolt on Volbeat. Ah, shoot, I don't actually have that. I thought I had Big Up. So, no, that's no Shock. I want Thunder Wave. And then let's drop a Vital Throw on Volbeat. Of course, you want to play Double Team. Sure. Safeguard. I don't remember if that prevents you from getting hit with status effects. Yep, it does. Let's try again, and I'll do Cross Chop this time. This is problematic. Does that freaking Shadow Dork? Oh, that's cute. Okay. Come on, Ampharos, I believe in you. Damn it. And I think, no, I have Mantine, unless I check Shinos double team drop things. Damn it, I hate when they do that. Oh good, you're gonna injure yourself. Fun. Come on, Ampharos. Damn it. I'm getting beat up. That sucks. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna try Thunder Wave one more time. I'm gonna use Hariyama's team turn. Use her to... Where did all my potion go? There it is. I'm gonna use this opportunity to drop a healing potion on Ampharos just so she doesn't get beat up too damn much. Signal beam just heals straight up damage, I think. Good thing I healed her. Another Shadow Rush, which means the Legend itself is great. Come on, you can do it! Thank you. It's still in effect? Damn! Alright, I'm gonna try Thunderbolt. And, I don't know, Smelling Salt. Man. That damn Lady Ends is freaking tiny. It couldn't have been worse for me. And Hariyama ain't gonna last much longer, is she? At least the enemy's just bleeding themselves to death. At least we took out Melody, thankfully. Even though they did drop 2 double teams, we got lucky to take that. Alright, get a little bit of XP for you two. And a Spinnerack. Please break 3. Yay! I don't know how well it works, but... Oh, wow! Good job, Hariyama. I love you. Alright. We didn't get much XP, though, so that's kind of sad. Foe Safeguard faded. Good. Alright, so I'm going to drop another Thunder Wave, but this time I'm going to have to risk and sacrifice Hariyama, because, yeah, who you gunning for? Yeah, I'm sorry, Hariyama. Forgive me. Let's send out... I don't know, you're already injured, Espeon, so I'll send you out. Try to pick up some scrap XP, try to get you closer to it. Perfect timing. Alright. Alright, so Factor 1, Lady N is still in the green, Cotton Spore, but what I have in my arsenal is Net Balls. They're perfect for bug types, which Lady N is. Lady N does have some injuries, and they have a status effect, so I'll try 2 Net Balls on Lady N and see how those work out. Ironically, though, aside from Lady N, I don't think there are any other bug-type shadow Pokemon to particularly capture except for Ariados. And to be honest, I really am not sure. Freak out. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be back-to-back. That sucked. So now we've got a Tango with a Shadow Ariados, which shockingly is only level 38 when the Lady N was 4D. Interesting. Interesting. Well, at least Meganium's got... What? I could've sworn they were supposed to have Shadow Ariados out here. Well, goes to show what I remember. Not well. That is a shock. So, I'm actually gonna try... Oh wait, no, whoops. I'm gonna try and flex on Meganium's Sunny Day Solar Beam combo now. Uh-oh. Okay, we're taking this one. How's about a little sunshine? sunshine. I don't know how the song goes, but yeah. Oh, Larios is still breathing. Oh, but I got a paralysis, so unfortunately, oh, sweet, that's awesome. This is gonna be so great. Thundershock, Ariados, and Solar Beam, Illuminous. Oh, poor Meganium, he's getting beat up. But Solar Beam, baby. How is that not effective? You're supposed to be a bug type. Isn't Solar Beam supposed to be considered a fire type then? I feel cheated. I feel very, very, very cheated. Oh, evidently Solar Beam is a grass type move. And yeah, that's just a freaking boost. And very embarrassing. Even though, yeah. Okay, well. Meganium's not long for this fight. That sucks. Yeah, grass on grass, not very effective. Damn, Illumis. How about a standardized Thundershock? Wait, what? Oh, I was trying to hit items, not... Oh, damn it. That's embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. I thought poison type moves weren't effective against grass type moves. Let's send out Espeon. Got Pseudo Widow and Mantine as type defense. Ooh, that's no good for me. Good. They both were packing Shadow Pokemon, but I was wrong, and I'm very embarrassed. But at least the Netball was a successful usage. Yeah, beat it. The door is locked. Let's go talk to you again, buddy. You know what's funny is I have... Oh god, why do I feel like I'm going to get jumped and KO'd the minute I go topside? Thank god I still got Mantine and Pseudo Widow. Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Okay, cool. So far, we've adventured a little bit into the underground, and... Pyrite Town! But, yeah. So now we're just gonna retreat to the Colosseum, so that way we can heal up. Would you like to restore? Yeah. Alright, so now let's adjudicate, you know, I'm gonna leave Espeon out for a few more matchups, because I want to try and get Espeon back to, up to, level 40. And then, after Espeon becomes level 40, I'll swap back to Hariyama. Please do not jump me again. I've literally fought you so many times. Going down, 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 down. Going So, the only thing that I can think of that we can do is just journey through around this and that. Is there a building here or something like that? No, it's just decor. Yes. I don't mean to offense, but you don't look... Cool! Cool, Hunter Zada. We're getting ready to get wrecked. Thunderbolt, Skitty, and Confusion Oddish. Alright, one more fight, guys. Jigglypuff. You know, it's bizarre. After Generation 7, which was X and Y, which implemented the fairy type of Pokemon, which I never really vibed well with as a concept. On that day, that's roughly, if not immediately, or in Sun and Moon, when they started doing the regional variant versions of classic Pokemon and all that. That's when they decided to change up Jigglypuff and Chansey, I believe, as well, and make them fairy-type Pokemon. I never vibed with the concept of regional different versions, like with the Alola, the Galar, and the other concept of, I can't remember what the third version is. I never vibed with that. Thank you. Don't think there's anything missing up here. Oh, hey, cool, a soda fountain, I think. Soda machine, but yeah, vending machine. Water. You know, in all honesty, the way I see it, looking back, considering for the same cost of, like, for 50 points through fresh water, I don't even remember how much you spend on a super potion. I think super potions are like 500 to 700, and this fresh water only charges 200. So honestly, I might just buy... Okay, now this is gonna... Wait, I have 2 of these? Okay. So I'm gonna take 5 of these lemonades. I'm gonna take some waters too. Why not? I may never again need healing potions anymore. Because apparently in this game, find a vending machine and buy some cheap drinks. That's actually cool. I might be wrong, I might not. But yeah. Where are the items? So we've got potion, we got hyper potion, we got revive. So now it is time to... Boom! Now I'll need to put my revives up here with the paralyze heal, and might as well move the ethers up here next to the burn heal, but I also want the antidotes on top. Still need to figure out whom I want to give my proteins to, because I really am not sure who would be the most deserving for protein. Just put the XP share down at the bottom for now. But yeah. Who's leading the charge again? Oh yeah, good. Oh, and let's be honest, now level 40, so switching back to Hariyama for a little bit. And I think when we get Hariyama to level 35, that's when I'll shift to Meganium to try and train him up some. Now, so I'm gonna try and figure some stuff out because, well, does it operate without a... No, it does not. You must have a disc in, I guess, to operate. Cool. Select a UFO disc. So we have the R disc. We go right. Cool. If I had to guess, you go to the right and you enter the Colosseum battles, maybe. Unless that big building with the old dude over there is where you go to the Colosseum. I think that's the secret headquarters that takes you to see Venus. I might be wrong. Yeah, from how I'm seeing this, that is definitely the secret hideout for Venus. And as crazy as it sounds, I'm not quite ready into the live stream ready to fight her. So we're gonna go back to the HQ area. Or not the HQ area, the other area we just came from. And then we're going to put the F disc to go forward. I can't remember when we got the F disc. I think we got that from the dude that we got intake from. And then when we find the L disc, we'll be able to get that mystery item. I think that's the Pokemon Colosseum. How you doing, old man? You are either missing your teeth, or you are drunk as a skunk, but considering this is a kid's game, I'm going to go with the latter. Wow, Pokemon hate you for taking herbal medicine, huh? Ugh, my shoulder was spazzing and cramping on me. Ah, what the fuck, my shoulder. Ah, energy powder. Uh-huh. Energy root. A heal powder. Yeah, and what's crazy is a lot of this shit is almost... well, oh, heal powder, I don't know. I don't know. It's cool that we found an herbal shop, but at the same time, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. My shoulder. And the irony, it's my left shoulder, the shoulder that I didn't have surgery on. What the? Where's this taking me? Going up somewhere. Are we back on the surface? Oh, that is cool! Okay, so we discovered, like, the secret entryway, hideout way that takes you back into the through the Colosseum. That is crazy. That is... Whoops. Okay. That's crazy. I don't remember this. It's been so long. So thankfully we found the easy access healing port. Yay. I haven't been in a Colosseum battle yet, but I'm always excited and interested in prizes they give out. It thrills me even thinking about what new Shadow Pokemon I get to see next. How do you like that? They openly give out Shadow Pokemon in this town. Well, yeah, that was sort of established through the whole Pyrite, the Pyrite towns, excuse me, Excuse me, fellow. This talk of spies loose in the under. Is it true? Yep. Ah, but have no fear. My Makuhita will clean up this spy problem. It makes you wonder, what kind of society are you? I don't know. Hey, big guy, how you doing? Are you looking for an autograph from me, the challenge champ? Sure, why not? Oh, this is where, this is the area where the end professor dude was walking through after talking to the leader of Cypher. Okay. So what I'm gonna actually do before we try challenging Venus is I'm actually gonna save up real quick and toss my hat into the underground Pokemon Colosseum. Welcome to the Under Colosseum. Knockout challenge. I will start registering trainers for the next Knockout Battle Challenge just as soon as Lady Venus finishes giving prizes to the winner. Oh. Okay, that kind of sucks. We actually can't do that then. Well, then it's a good thing we saved because from what I can gather, we don't have the L disc, which would be cool because then we could go to that mystery item, which God only knows what it is. But it would appear that we have no choice but to go to the right and take on Venus. Wait, forward? Because Sorna punched into the R disc. I'm actually gonna lead with Meganium though, because I am a little worried because originally I thought we'd still have more challenges and more puzzles to solve before fighting Lady Venus, but it would appear that I am incorrect on that regards. So, yeah, I'm changing up the team one last time, and, yeah. Breaking and entering. We're putting an end to this. Okay, folks, we're ready to go on the air. Ooh, I found rare candy. Would now be an appropriate time for rare candy usages? I say yes. So the real question is, who is deserving of some rare candy? You know what, I'm gonna give them 2 of them to Hariyama, because I do want her to get some levels in her. But the 3rd rare candy, I would like that one to go to my dear sweet Meganium. So that's cool. We got a little bulk up for our team there. Meganium and Hariyama's HP definitely bulked up too. I like how they're all looking at me and yet they haven't started yet. Lady Venus is especially confident on her right profile. Hey, you there, don't wander around the set. Fight me. You there, you're distracting me. Get out of the set. Okay, fine. No! Hello. Testing, testing. The rain and the under is accompanied by thunder. I like how we're just talking and she's all like, what's going on here? You know, when I was a kid, because of those big, bulky, lesser quality TV screens, I thought that headdress was actually part of her hair, like she had one of those crazy cartoon hair designs. I didn't realize that gold thing on her head was like a Padme Amidala kind of headgear, dress gear type piece thing. It always went over my head as a kid. You two, you're holding up the film shoot. We're about to begin filming. Wait, who are you? I recognize those faces. Those faces were on the blacklist from headquarters. How did you find us? But that's not important now. I'll squash you myself and collect a reward from Master Map 4. So we're leading with Delcatty and a Biofilm, which actually kind of scares me right now. Cretaceous Vixens. So, ooh, damn. This could pose a big-time problem. Because, like, my Swimming's level is 40, and Venus is packing a 45. Please don't aim for Meganium. We haven't had a turn yet. Okay, fine. That's his problem, but... Well, it did some damage, but we are in trouble. Well, I got a paralyze on Delcatty. That might help. Ah, shit. The Bobboom's doing it. Fix him too. Now I'm in a problem. Time to shift wind to Ariana and Ambrose, because you two idiots are simps. But I'll admit, for Espeon and Delcatty, it actually does look like a functioning couple. And then the irony I now realize, because Meganium's a grass type, it's actually appropriate for Vileplume. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to, like, immediately, like, challenge Venus. I thought there was, like, so many, like, so much more puzzles and stuff that you had to, grind through and stuff before you would find, Lady Venus. Wait. Okay, please do not aim for Ambrose. That's not good. Okay, great. Aim for Hariyama, that's great. So, unfortunately, we do not have Macargo in the party. Macargo would kick ass against Steelix, but unfortunately, not here. Okay, so we're gonna try a Smelling Salt on Vileplume, and we're gonna pray Thunderbolt does a shit ton of damage to Steelix. Ah, fuck. Nope, we're in trouble now. We are in shit trouble right now. I guess it was because, like, I don't know, Beldum is or isn't a Steel type, or whatever. The Steelix says that rare, you can't touch this. I don't know. Steelix is a complicated Pokemon, that's all I know. And I fear we're probably gonna have a repeat of what happened with Meyer V in the mid-stream episode number. Well, at least he's about to take out Vileplume, so at least that helps. I shouldn't have problems sending out Espeon or even Mantine, though I am a little worried about Mantine because of type disadvantage going up against Vileplume. Then again, though, I think Mantine does know Wing Attack or something. We're gonna drop Confusion. We do know a Wing Attack, and I think Flying type moves are more effective on Grass types. So at least we've got that. Not very effective, that's fair. Fly, Mantine! Bam! Vileplume, you tanked it! Damn it, don't tell me you're about to KO my Mantine. Oh no, but you did do a nasty keeping point of damage. At least I'll be able to take you down next turn, as long as there is a next turn. Taunt. Okay, that's fine. I was probably gonna have you concentrate that way anyway. I want to see if Psybeam makes a difference. I mean, I doubt it, but doesn't have to try. Oh, well, I think that actually did more than Confusion did. So, honestly, I think that did make a difference. Alright, so we took out Vileplume. We were relatively lucky with Delcatty. We're gonna have a little bit of trouble with Steelix, and then we've got one more random Pokemon that we have to fight against before we see that Oh, that's not what I need to see, because that's a Ghost type. And Steelix got the Rock Slide, which I think messed me up a little bit. Oh, come on! So, I want to believe Sunny Day and Solar Beam would be effective for this type of situation. Not effective, but we're dealing more damage than I thought. So, could be better, could be worse. Good. So I have some Sunray Meganium, and yeah. I am worried about Espeon right now, because Ghost died. Yeah, that's bad news, because who do I still have to observe? I think Sudowoodo. Oh, we're in trouble. And I know I'm gonna need, like, well, at least please. Okay, that's fine. So, yep. So, what I'm going to try and do is actually use Sudowoodo to use I'm gonna start dropping and using revives because I'm gonna need Ampharos or Sudowoodo. Well, and let's Solar Beam that Steelix. Actually, no, that's gonna be... Well, it was strong enough to finish off Steelix, because I just remembered Steel types have type advantage against Grass type, but I didn't really have anything that could have been better or could have been stronger. And now here's our Legendary Suicune. I do love that edgy dark aura flare that engulfs Sudowoodo. I mean, not Sudowoodo, Suicune. It's like so cool because it's like a whole different kind of Pokemon now. Alright, so first things first, Sudowoodo, I'm actually going to use your turn. Eliminate? Sure, why not? That's 80 points. I think that might have been... Yeah, that's kind of... We should have used something else. Oh well. And Solar Beam on that Ghost. Oh shit. I'm so glad I used Sudowoodo to heal, and I forgot. Suicune, Entei, and... Oh wow, you're tanking. That's amazing. Yeah, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, they're like the... Not just legendary dog trio, they're like the masters of speed and all that. Well, I'd almost KO'd Bayonet, so, hey, could have been better, could have been worse. Yeah. That's not good. Yeah, that's let me think. Because my first priority is taking down all of the Pokemon that pose a threat. So, Sudowoodo, use Return to Heal. Meganium, use a Giga Drain on Bayonet, see how well that works. No critical, please. No critical. Good. Oh, fuck you, Ghost. Well, at least I'm fully healed. The problem is we've still got a Shadow Pokemon and a Ghost type that's really taking me to the cleaners. Yep. Alright, so Sudowoodo once again uses Super Potion Leaves. And Meganium, because I know Body Slam doesn't affect a Ghost type. I'm amazed Sudowoodo survived all that. I think Sudowoodo officially tanked and survived not one, not two, but 3 stroke attacks. That is amazing. I need to look up and see if that's like a special ability of Sudowoodo's, because she was really soaking up all that water. And like, I know the plot and the lore of like Sudowoodo is supposed to be Sudowoodo's a rock type. Well, I don't really want to use Solar Beam anymore because that would risk killing Suicune. Left one button. Where's that button? Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, I want to look at Sudowoodo's summary real quick. Yeah, they're a rock type. Rockhead prevents recoil damage, but then again, I'm pretty sure that was never the case because I am pretty sure Sudowoodo as a Shadow Pokemon suffered recoil damage every time we use Shadow Rush. But, I mean, if I ever get the opportunity to learn Takedown or Double Edge, that's something I should look into. actually going to use Pseudo Widow to heal Ampharos this time. There you go. And then Meganium, how about a Body Slam, because I know it won't be too effective, and I get like, I don't know, like a 10 to 50% chance that I'll paralyze Suicune, which will help the cause. I should have a timer ball or two that I could drop on Suicune. Okay, that's hit one, and that's very good to see because, yeah. So, time for a Thunder Wave and another Body Slam. Shadow Rush. Alright, good. We want to see it. Still got a lot of hits to take, but yeah. And then Ampharos, we're gonna drop that Thunder Wave, thus allowing us to have paralysis. And it's funny, in the Entei battle, we were like dropping yawns and stuff. Alright, Ampharos, we are going to... Nope. We're going to use Timer Balls. And we are going to keep Body Slamming. Timer Ball number 1. Nope, okay. Not terrible results. They were better than what Entei was doing, I'll say that much. Shadow Rush again. I don't mind seeing it, yeah. Cool. Suicune is in the yellow, so that does worry me. So with Ampharos, I'm actually going to say let's... Well, that's a Hyper. I'm more of a standardized Super. I'm going to have you use your turn to heal yourself, and Meganium, I'm going to use one more Timer Ball, but then to be funny, I want to see just how much of a Water type Suicune is, because I want to see if the Net Ball will have any effect on Suicune's. Because, I mean, ow, my shoulder popped. Because, like, I think it would be hilarious. Yeah, okay, so we're getting almost had it. So, Suicune's gonna go for another Shadow Rush, which is fine. Ooh, Ampharos, more creature. Alright, so what we're gonna try now is, because Netballs are effective against water and mud types, and then Meganium, you're gonna use your turn to give a Lemonade to Ampharos. Alright. Let's see, Shadow Ball number, Snack Ball number 3, this time Net Ball on Suicune. Yeah, I kind of figured that could have happened, but I thought I'd just do it to try and save some higher tier Pokeballs. I don't know. Alright, Suicune is taking some damage, and that is a problem because right now we are I'm actually going to use up some of my last potions. One for you. And Timer Ball, take 3, so Snack Ball attempt number 4. Okay. Oh, come on, that's not even fair. All the other two were like... Well, Suicune got skipped that one, so that's nice. So... I guess we'll try this time to Ultra Ball, and Meganium, you're going to use my last standard potion, just in case. So, 3 Timer Balls, a Net Ball, just because I thought it'd be funny to try, and now an Ultra Ball. If I remember correctly, we have Entei, and see, look, even that one didn't even try, I swear, it's like the... Alright. like Ampharos, my friend. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Gonna use another Ultra Ball. And Cautionary Super Potion. So, 2 Ultras, 1 Net, and 4 Timer for attempt number 7. Okay, we got Suicune. I will say though, I would have preferred Suicune trapped and the Timer Ball just so that way we could try to, I'm so glad that didn't go live on air. I bet it did go live on air. But, yeah, I wanted, Suicune to be caught into the Timer Ball so that way I could get Entei, Suicune, and Raikou all in Timer Balls. But, oh well. Oh no! Lady Venus was knocked down! Run away! How dare you? How could I get bested by a mere boy? Remember this. I'll get you back for this. We found the end file. Let's... no. What do we win? TM number 45. Let's see what EM number 45 is. Berries TM 45. That is the attract. Okay, nice. Okay. So what we're gonna actually do before we obviously chase after Lady Venus is we're going to retreat to the Pokemon Colosseum area for the under, and then we're going to heal our troops, and then we are going to save. Because you can't just save anywhere. You got to save at a special location. I'm actually gonna lead with Ampharos for a little bit, because I don't know where we're about to go. So, let's go forward. Forward. Oh yeah, that other smaller building, that would be the herbal shop. Okay, I was about to say, this is Colosseum of the Underground, but... yeah, let's see, okay. Please heal my Pokemon, would you? Yes. Yeah, I'm not paying your outrageous $1,000 hotel fees. And now we save. So, my dinner actually just showed up. So, I'll be back in like maybe 5 or 10 minutes real quick. I'm gonna go grab my dinner and then I'll be back. So, stay tuned. The live stream will continue for at least 5-10 minutes. After I click on pause, it'll come right back. So, BRB. And we are back. Yes, I went to go grab food, and I have had most of my food. It was a BLT and some potato salad. Mm-mm. I'm actually nibbling on the potato salad. But now is the time. Actually, I also want to look back in my Pokemon storage real quick. Because now we have a Suicune. And Ladian is actually kind of a cool Pokemon. Excuse me, itchy nose. The only question is, and I got my controller tangled up. The only question is, we have Meditite, we have Furret, we have Quailfish, we have Ramarade. My legs hurt. I'm actually going to do a little something crazy. I'm going to prioritize Ladian third over Quailfish, but prioritize Ramarade over Quailfish. And then I guess the next Time Flute, which I think we'll get a Time Flute in the near future, we'll unlock Suicune, or maybe the next time we go to Agate Village, we'll find the clone case person. And now I've got hiccups. And that's when we will, now I'm stuttering. And that's when we'll purify Suicune. We'll just try to purify Suicune through the power of Colognes and through the power of a Time Flute, possibly. One of those two. Hell, you might actually do the Colognes. We might actually just use the Colognes for Ramarade. I put my controller down for a minute to grab a bite of my potato salad, and then my thumb, Yuki, move over please. Really? I can only imagine what Pokemon Colosseum universe would look like as, like, a manga or an anime. I can just only imagine. Alright. Now we're gonna chase her down. And look! Oh, yep, there she be. Get back here, woman! Hell yeah! Look, we can come in and sneak in and all that jazz. Ha ha ha! Very unusual and very peculiar how that works, but it's how it works. Now we've got the backdoor access between the hideaways and all that jazz. Felt a little, like, unnecessary maybe, but at the same time I just wanted to play around with that. Because now we don't have to use the UFO thingies to go to the other room and junk. I forget, does it make a difference which pathway you take? I think that's a yes or no, because I don't think we're allowed to take the elevator. Just to see. To the elevator! Damn you. Okay, I just wanted to test the theory. I had a feeling it was the correct way, we had to go to the other way around, but yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Yep. And now, cronies. If I had to put money on it, I want to say there's going to be no less than 3 Shadow Pokemon. Because I do believe that this is where we get a Shadow Pallaswine. Yeah, because obviously it's no sunlight out, so, but considering, oh wow, Shrimish tanked that. Oop. I figured I would just need a full turn anyway to drop Solar Beam, but whatever. Ooh, that's cool! Shadow Blackguard! Wait, I just remembered Blackguard's like I just remembered Blackguard's like a ground type or something like that, so I don't think that Thunder Wave's gonna affect it. Yeah, crap. Well, shit. I'm gonna risk another body slam and hope that I can maybe get lucky, get paralysis on Blackguard for the body slam. And if not, if it gets too hazy, then I'll drop an Ultra Ball. Oh, really? Why? Alright, let's try this again. Please, no whammies. Thunderbolt. Okay, so far Blackguard's using a Shadow Rush, Sand Attack, being an only flyer there. That might make the difference as to whether or not I land. No whammies, Meganium. Okay, great. Yes! Thank you, Meganium. Meganium and Bayleaf's body slams. They're never a guarantee for paralysis, but I get pretty lucky with those. Alright, so now with Meganium, let's just be funny and call in for a sunny day. And Ampharos, we are going to use for the first time in a while, what it seems like, we're going to use a Great Ball, because we have not used Great Balls in quite some time. Nice! Haha! Yeah, it's been a long time since we've used a Great Ball. I'm not supposed to lose. I won a Colosseum challenge. Sucks to suck, hun. Sucks to suck. Okay, fine, cry. Alright, do I dare? You know what, don't want to waste the items, but I also kind of don't want to walk all the way back to the healing port and stuff. At least not after every fight. I want to make it like a thing where it's like 1 in every 2 fights, because I do also want to save just in case I screw up. Well, I owned her, so I owned her in a game of Pokemon battles, so yeah. Bloom and Kirlia. How about a body slam on Bloom and a thunderbolt on Kirlia? Ooh, yeah! It worked. Meganium's good for level up after we take down Hood. Ooh, is Roselia a shadow Pokemon in this game? No, she is not. But yes. I think Roselia is a shadow Pokemon in XD Yellow Darkness, but I'm not so sure. I think she is, but it's been like a week or so since I've watched Hero Galaxy and his playthrough, so yeah. Yay, my Gideon's level 38. That is going to be a shadow Pokemon. And I forgot about Stamler. Not to hate on Stamler. Stamler, they're an okay Pokemon in all honesty. But they're also, not to shit talk, they're also kind of a generic Pokemon. And if you've watched my my Pokemon Poke Legends Arceus, I actually did have a Stamler on my team for a little bit. Now I know Stamler has like some special ability for like where they crap, that screwed us over. Yet. I know Stamler's got like an ability where even though they're a normal type, they've got, I think I could use, no, I don't think I can use Confusion because it's either Stamler has that weird Psychic Antler ability thing to where, to my understanding, even though Stamler is technically a normal type, they have access to Psychic type moves. And Stamler's like antlers like prevent hypnosis and confusion, or it just prevents one or the other. However, I'm going to just prioritize taking you down and risk the answer Sonic just to happens. Damn! Stamler's just taking down everybody! No pun intended. Because freaking Stamler's takedown effect's just one-shotting everybody. Though, in all honesty, I guess it wasn't much of a one-shot on everybody, because I think Ampharos was kind of in the low green, high yellow, but even then, Stamler's like just KOing everybody. Hell, if this keeps up, I might have to use the Ultra Ball at the rate this whole fight's going. Damn. I should have sent out Ariana, but I think I sent out the Widow. What attacks do you have against Widow? Summary. I have Flail, I have Block, I have Locative. Okay. So then with Meganium, I'm actually gonna go for a Body Slam, but for Pseudo Widow, I'm just gonna like waste a Pokeball just because I think it would be funny and stupid enough to try to see if I hit that 1 in 10 or like that 1 in 100 percentage where I hit their Pokeball catch. Let's find out. Oh my goodness. the game almost had me with that. I'm like, no freaking way. Haha, you missed me. Please no crits. Okay, good. In all honesty, that was crazy amazing. I'm kind of afraid right now to use another body slam, but I'm throwing Great Ball this time. That was ridiculous. That Pokeball, that standard Pokeball, almost had stamina, and I'm like, wow. Okay, that's not even funny or fair. Stamina's got me concerned for more reasons than one. Okay, now you're the yellow. I'm dropping Sunny Day to avoid injuring you, which you're doing a pretty damn good job of doing that yourself, to be honest, but still. So now I'm actually, well, okay, we've still got plenty of super potions in the tank, but we're going to drop one on Bailey, and then I'm going to use another Great Ball for our dear through Pseudo Widow. So, Snack Ball attempt number 3 on Stormlander. Yeah, that circumstance really sucks, because, yeah, we need to retreat to be like, seriously? It's not even affecting Stamler. That's bad. Just to be funny and just to see if this will be the first Pokemon that we've gotten like 3 or 4 live stream standardized Pokeball will drop a standard Pokeball. Because I mean the first one looked like it almost had him. And beat Bailey alive because it's turning into one of those fights. But then at the same time I think I should probably just not actually use potion and nope, almost had it. So that's twice. Once a Great Ball like had 0 effect almost. The Pokeballs have somewhat effect. Yeah, and you're almost gonna kill yourself. That's something that bothers me. So actually this round I'm not gonna go for any of that. I'm just gonna say Great Ball and block because I mean it doesn't really do anything except for now you retreat. And then based on what Stammer does, if they KO Meganium, I will unfortunately be forced to send out Hariyama. Come on. Pokeball, what is your beef? What are your beefs? Please do not knock yourself unconscious with that. Wow, Meganium, good job. Why do I fear that I need to use an Ultra Ball? Unfortunately, I don't want to do that. But I also don't want to have to restart from save point and be forced to recapture Gligar and all that stuff because Come on, Stammer, do not kill yourself, please. I lost count on how many Great Balls I tried using 2 Pokeballs, which almost, and I think, I'll check, because I think I had like 19 Great Balls in my bag. So, I'm actually just curious how many Great Balls I have, so I more or less used 7 Pokeballs, 5 Great and 2 Standard, but now I gotta retreat, heal up, and save up, because, oh yeah, you go up here, and then turn here, and then, yep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to mix it up a little bit again and prioritize Gligar. I think I'll prioritize Standler over Quailfish and all this because, like, I like Standler. I do. So, yeah. And I will be right back. I need to run and do a quick thing. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Please stand by. And we're back. Alright. Sorry about that brief hold. Actually, I now want to double check my... Where did I save? Well. It just starts to double check, and yeah. Alright. So that last opponent had Standler. I want to say there's guaranteed one more Shadow Pokemon encounter, and that will be the Paloswine, which is the evolved form of Swinub. Because there's 1, 2 with Gligar and you. So, there's another room. Ooh, some items. What do we get? Max Potion! Alright, those are good for reviving your Pokemon from 0 to... Not 0, from 1 to, full. Cool! And now what else we got? We've got... Timer Balls! Okay, that's funny, because we actually used, like 4 of them, only to not really make much headway with, Suicune, but hey, they're cool to have, I'm not gonna lie. They're cool and fun to try. Hello, bodybuilder lady. Well, what do you know? I hardly thought that I'd have to get involved in this. Okay, if this is the encounter that I think it is, it's one of the biggest, most ridiculous things that this game provides. Okay, it's not. Okay. So what I'm going to do is Solar Beam Charge at Octillery, Thunderbolt Dunsparce. Not bad, almost killed it. Ice Beam, eh? That attack is like an Octillery exclusive attack. And I wonder if that counts as a water type move or a normal type move, as good as that sounds. Calamari, anybody? Though technicality, I think Calamari is actually exclusively diminutive babies with it. Ooh, wait, I think that's a Shadow Pokemon. No, it's not Shadow Pokemon. Okay, nope, never mind. Never mind. Oh, here it is. Swine. Yep, I've been waiting for you. Yep, there's a Shadow Pokemon. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is Solar Beam Concentrate on Masterful Rain and Thunder Wave Palisade. Oh, you dick! You bitch, that's a female, but still. I guess you're more bug dominant than You know, in hindsight, I probably should have swapped out Ampharos for somebody else, something more tanky. Let's bring in Hariyama. And then we'll just go body slam after body slam. And already paralysis. Really, that's pissing me off. Yeah, I kinda goofed up on that one. Because I could have sworn Masquerain was a water bug type Pokemon. I know it's pre-evolved form is. Yay. Fair enough. I always loved the Palisade animation for, dang, Hariyama, I thought you were more resilient against that beat stuff. I thought you were more tanky than you were. Well, that makes sense because that was the second time, but still. Oh, Hariyama. Please break through. Well, this fight ain't going so well for us. We're having trouble with Palisade. I'm going to, well, let a max potion be an overkill. What's my HP at? It would be my overkill. But a lemonade wouldn't hurt. Because 67 out of 80 for this time around would be well invested. Yeah, we're not doing much damage on Palisade. Sorry, Ariana. Trying to think who I'm gonna have to send to the fray. Let's drop Sudowoodo. I think Sudowoodo would be moderately effective and resilient, being a rock-type move. I mean, a rock-type Pokemon. Body Slam, and a Rock Slide. Damn! Stun Spore, okay. to try and drop Pokeballs on Palestine. Fair enough. I don't think you can use I don't think you can use a Pokeball on a Pokemon that's in the air or whatever, but you know what? I'm gonna test that theory. And, okay, so the game's gonna let me. That's crazy. Alright. That's hilarious. I hope that doesn't accidentally glitch the game. And I'm gonna laugh my butt off if this is the perfect catch. I didn't think that would work, but in all honesty, that was hilarious enough to try. Okay, so Meganium gets speed advantage. I'm going to use a Super Potion on Sudowoodo just because it feels like we're just going to need the troops that we have. Okay, great. So Paloswine's now in the yellow. All I've seen out of Paloswine is... Finally, yes. All I've seen out of Paloswine is, of course, Blizzard, but also... Nice. But also the, what was the other move that, Dig. Dig and Blizzard, but I don't even remember Paloswine using Shadow Rush. Just go for block. So this will be attempt number 2. Damn, Paloswine, you're being rude about it now. Well, I mean, you got canceled out. Nice. Sweet. Paloswine, can't escape. Let's just bring in some Sun Rays. I feel like it would be a stupid investment to try Pokeball number 3 being a Pokeball, but I want to be a little cheeky just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. Didn't think that would really work, but I thought I had to try, so hold on. I mean, where else am I going to use standard Pokeballs at this point in the game, am I right? Oh dear. Cheeseburger. Haha, nice. Good job, Sudowoodo. Alright, Meganium, let's Great Ball attempt number 3, and Sudowoodo, do we have any, like, small healing items? No, I got fresh water and super potions, so... Nah, don't even try it. Actually, just to be funny, let's use your Paralyze Heal. There, boom. Be free of paralysis. Damn! Paloswine's paralyzed and has very low yellow HP. I swear, Paloswine is too... That's not what I need to see. That wasn't too problematic, but at least we survived. The sunlight is strong. Meganium, please do not get a crit. That's all I ask. And then... Super Potion... So no criticals, please. No whammies. Okay, that's fine. Just small point of damage. I think Rock Slide probably done. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna use our fresh waters. We're gonna give Sudowoodo some fresh water. The irony is, though, he hates water, at least in the Pokemon series and in the video game, because in the video game, to get past Sudowoodo, who's basically like the alternative version, almost, of Snorlax, because in the OG games, you gotta get that flute to move Snorlax, whereas in the Johto games, you gotta get that squirt bottle to wake up Sudowoodo to get them out of your way. Alright, Paloswine, and we caught you managed to catch you while you were digging. That's hilarious. Alright, $1,000 bucks. Nice. Good job, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a loser. I can't show my face in front of Lady Venus. Baby, you're not a loser. I'm just that good. Alright, so I see that there's a small collection of Pokemon items. I thought I saw a second chest. Ooh, Ultra Balls! Nice, free Ultra Balls. Yeah, I don't know what that is, if that's supposed to be water with a bunch of moss. I don't know what that stuff is, but yeah. Thought I saw a chest around here, but nope, no? Aw, no fair, it doesn't let you take the elevator. Well, I think Mia, Ampharos, and Hariyama were KO'd, so I need to go them up, because you never know. You never know. I'm actually shocked that at this point in the game, I was able to actually utilize my Great Balls again. And of course, I experimented a little bit with my Pokeballs, but it was kind of like a dead experimental investment. But hey, I had to try, right? I had to try. But yeah, so far, so good, yeah. Paloswine's kind of a cool Pokemon, actually. They're a big, ice piggy, basically. I'm trying to think. And I know, like, with Paloswine, they were trying to, like, go for, like, a mammoth-type Pokemon, which is why when you go to Diamond and Pearl, when I believe it's Dawn who gets a Swinub, she manages to evolve it all the way into Mammoth Swine, but when Swinub became a Paloswine, it was a very temperamental, hothead, energetic Pokemon. But yeah. Alright, so with Paloswine, I kind of like the idea of training you over Gligar just a little bit more. So I'm gonna do this now. How you doing? And it's a she. How are you, girl? Yeah. I think in the later editing stuff, I think that's when they started shrinking Paloswine's tusks, or there's no tusks at all if it's a female. I'm not an expert on how Pokemon does different designs on all of the 800 to, like, I guess at this point, 950 Pokemon when you calculate, different island, different region, type alterations. So, yeah, at this point, there's like 950. The anime series, to my understanding, ended as of 2023 with like a small mini series called Pokemon Legends, or a big movie special Pokemon Legends that rotates around Ash and the true final finale of Ash's story. And of course, Ash finally reunites with Pidgeot, which is great and all. Alright, and now we fight the last lackey in between us and Lady Venus. And I think I just now realized and noticed all of Lady Venus's goons that was trying to apprehend me were all female. I did not realize that. Forget about getting past me. I'll protect Lady Venus from you. I did not realize I was fighting an all-female Patal squad of henchmen. That's crazy. That Survivor could be her shadow Pokemon. It could be not. I can't remember Survivor as a shadow Pokemon in this game. It is not. So what I'm gonna have to do for sure is drop for sure Solar Beam on Curlia, because you suck, Survivor. You suck. Because Corsola is a rock type, water type Pokemon, which means you can't touch this with electricity. So, yeah. Fun. I'm actually gonna call Ampharos just to be, because we can't hurt Corsola, and I don't want to waste time gambling on your fusion, and Survivor is underground, so yeah. And Ampharos is almost level 40. Nice. Oh no, that I'm 90%. Yep, that's the Shadow Pokemon. And I don't know how this fight it's gonna go down. Oh, Lord. Whoa, that was like a glitch in the Matrix. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Meganium, I want you to Body Slam and Thunder Wave. Okay, yeah. Sneasel's like a super speed master shadow Pokemon. Not shadow Pokemon, a super speed dark type Pokemon. That's how I remember the lore of... Ooh, that was a little brutal. Please break through the confusion. I want to thank you. Thunder Wave that sucker. Alright, so we've got Sneasel on low end of HP. We've got them paralyzed. Alright, but unfortunately now with Meganium, we have... I'm actually gonna go for a sunny day right now and risk a Thunderbolt on Survivor, see if I doubt it'll work because I think, Sneasel, or however you say its name, you know, I'm stuttering about names, whoops, well. So yeah, but yeah. Okay, we've got a... I think Hariyama would be good for this one because I believe fighting types have advantage against Scorpion, so I'm gonna leave with Hariyama. Sneasel, okay, I did get right there. Ah, Survivor, you lucky thing. Well, that's cool and fair, but annoying. You know what, I'm gonna be... I did not mean to press that button. I'm gonna chance it just to be funny on Sneasel. And then with Hariyama, because we can't really do anything, I'm just gonna Foresight, and just try to see if I can get lucky on Sneasel. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Wow, that is the luckiest catch we have had all stream long. That was ridiculous. Alright, so now we've got Explode Loud and we've got Survivor. So let's go... I don't know, let's concentrate one at a time. I think in Pokemon Ruby, you exclusively get to catch... Aw, man, Hariyama. Poor girl, she got... Hariyama hasn't gotten any level up since we've done the Underground Journey, except for those 2 rare candies that I gave her. Damn. Well, send out man time, I guess. Just because I'm just... Yeah, But, what was I saying? Yeah, Hariyama's only really gotten XP for that, for those rare candies that I've given her. That's the only time she's had level ups in the longest time. And then Factor 2, where I was, what I was trying to say, but was stuttering. And Pokemon Ruby, which was the one I got, that, I believe, was the only... That was the game that was exclusive for Zangoose. And Survivor was exclusive for Sapphire. Now, with games like Pokemon Emerald, I really don't understand the, how the equations work for those type of games, though. I really don't. I can take you down with a Body Slam, and I should be able to take you down with a Bubble Beam. So, yeah, now what I do remember about Pokemon Emerald, my sister had it, and one of our friends back in elementary school that we hung out with all the time throughout the years, they had it too. Oh man, time. What I remember about Pokemon Emerald, it was like the first kind of game where they would add more graphics where, like, every time you opened up your party or the Pokédex and you looked at the Pokemon profile, the Pokemon would move. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Alright, Body Slam because, yeah, now the sun's no longer out and about. Solar Beam wouldn't work anymore. Damn, Survivor. Yeah. Screw you. Well, I guess I could play... Yeah, I don't think the game wants to do it when they're underground. Let's try and charge up a low kick, see if I'm allowed to go a low kick after Survivor's big attack for KO. Nope, I was not. But, I guess we're gonna end this matchup in style, I suppose. So, embarrassingly enough, Meganium's Solar Beam combo synergy is not cutting it like I thought it would. I'm not saying... Ooh, level up, yay. I'm not saying that in the sense... More level ups, yay, good job. Good job, Sudowoodo. I'm not saying that as like a defeatist, like I'm gonna scrap Sunny Day and Solar Beam synergy for Meganium. Yeah, I'm not doing that in anytime soon. Yeah. Well, now I need to heal up and save up. You had Sneasel. I don't know where I will prioritize Sneasel, but I've got like 2 or 3 KO Pokemon, so I've got to heal up and save up again. But, yeah, it's moments like these when I do a live stream that I wish I was actually just doing a recording. And, that way I could just do, like how Hero Voltzy would do his, recordings for XD Gale of Darkness, where he would, like, say, we're about to do a quick jump to retreat to a healing center, and yada yada yada, I'll be right back, and then there's, like, that blink effect in his video, and then boom, he continues where he left off, so yeah. But, yeah. And what's funny is I'm seeing that we're streaming up to the past the 2 hour mark. We're like 2 minutes from 10 minutes after 2. And what's funny is I had to like, when I started, I was like doing a setup so there was like 1 or 2 minutes where the first 1 or 2 minutes of the live stream, there wasn't anything happening. You know what? I will prioritize Sneasel after Standler. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna move back quiet. Well, I mean, we had you in the party somewhat when you were... You know what? You know what? I'm saying this. Quagsire and, yeah, you were definitely part of the team, I can't say Hitmontop was ever part of the team. They did work great with Macargo, but right now I can't say they were a member of our team, because, yeah, they were mostly part of our team when we were just training them for Shadow Purification. And yeah, we went to the Colosseum together, but that was just to test the waters and stuff, so... But you did help us, so you know what? You're an honorary member of the team, just like Quagsire. Yanma's gonna eventually become an honorary member, but I'm sorry to say, Noctowl and Mistavius, I don't know if I can say the same about the two of you anytime soon. The thing that's sad about Pokemon Colosseum, there's no way to farm Pokemon, so it's one of those type of situations, but well. Yeah, at least I don't think there's a way to farm Pokemon in this game. Not like how you can with XD Gale of Darkness, but yeah. But, now I'm blabbering and yapping, but yeah. So, and then there was also when my dinner showed up, so I took like a 5-10 minutes away from the live stream. So the only reason why this live stream has even been longer than 2 hours is because there was like a setup delay on the live stream for the first minute or two, and then there was like 2 different pauses, in the live stream. One for dinner and one to take care of a last minute chore that I had to take care of real quick. That only took like a minute or two to do, but still. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. I want to check something real quick for research and stuff real quick. I'm looking something up real quick. Just real quick. What is this text message? Oh, that's the wrong tab to look up. And I was right. So yeah, I was curious, and my curiosity and my subconscious memory was correct. And the sequel with XD Gale of Darkness, with the female bodybuilders, the models in the first game, they're like lean in tone, but do look very buff. But in the sequel, they actually double their actual masculinity frame on the avatar, and I think they actually make them wear like more cut mini skirts or shorter mini skirts or something like that. And they also extend the hair length on the back of the female bodybuilder avatar characters. Yeah, they really do a lot of crazy creative changes and like a lot of like improvements and stuff in the XD Gale of Darkness sequel game. The only sad part is the characters and the story plotline are just for the like 80% stronger, broader, and more captivating with Colosseum than it was in XD Gale of Darkness. But back to the game. Before that horrible boy can meddle anymore, I'll link up with N at the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Eek! Oh, why did you have to chase me? It's so unfair. This isn't good. I can't lead them to the lab. Rain! I didn't feel like that. Oh, hey, it's probably just a room. Yeah, I hate it when it's just a room. Why do you gotta be just a room? An empty room. Black glasses. I think... I can't remember if that's a hold item that makes it to where you can't miss, or... Okay, it's dark type moves. That would have been my second statement. I was gonna say it's either like a hold item to like dodge like special afflictions, or it's a thing that buffs dark type moves, but yeah. Sneasel would probably benefit from it. Ironically enough, Umbreon would have too, but the sad thing is, I'm not a very big Umbreon person. Huh. Choo-choo train. Why do I feel like I missed an opportunity? Oh, well, yep. Yep, anywho, after them. Oh. Subway key. Sadly, I can't take the elevator. I think that subway key is for the, you know, the hideout, but it doesn't hurt to triple check things, and also, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably supposed to take that subway key to the train anyway, but I just figured I'd go topside to see if I can even access point A or point B. Yeah. And I got an update. Nope, it's just a fan mail thing. Oops, wrong receptionist. Actually, did I even heal and save? I did, but yeah. Yellow. Oh, okay. I guess we'll just proceed to the train, because I don't think I could pursue Lady Venus anymore. It couldn't hurt to try, though, so I don't know. I'll try starting up the train. This was the underground story arc always kind of confused me. Just because of the maze and the backtracking and the circle back around for this or that. So, yeah. Key is missing. This can't be operated. Subway key? That's fair. So we go to the other end of the train. Subway key. Might as well. So I guess we can't pursue Lady Venus anymore. Two goons, that's minorly inconvenient. You girl, I can't get around you. There we go. Hello? Yo, how's it going? Just getting off shift? Oh, wasn't Lady Venus supposed to be coming today? I've seen your face somewhere. That's it. The blacklist. Your West New Key. This won't do. We can't let these two get into the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Well, at least the goons didn't try to beat us with it. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I kind of sort of remembered, but for the most part, I forgot when it was, and it was a big jump. I always forget about that. Oh, good! I found the U-Disc! ha! Take that and weep. You'll never be able to chase us now. Wah ha 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 ha. Whoa! Don't you think that was overdoing things just a little? It's too late now. Come, let's skedaddle. Fair enough. One main gate key. Ooh, okay, I know what we can do with that. But now we gotta hitch the train and go back to the underground. The key is missing. Not anymore. And I'm actually gonna move my stuff around real quick. Wait, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Website. Okay, there are several ways to cause the opening of the door, and the results affecting to differ with the original nature of the Pokemon. Also, as the purification process, the Shadow Pokemon gains its move and original nature. When it is complete, the Pokemon gains solid speed it has accumulated, perhaps even enough to level up, but effectively using these features, it may be possible to create even more powerful Shadow Pokemon. Wasn't trying to read it, but that was kind of cool though. Okay, so now I got all the discs connected. I've got, yeah. And now I realize I'm just trying to sort my stuff, as weird as it sounds, but do all the files eventually spell cipher? That is crazy. That is crazy. That is a pretty cool Easter egg if I ever seen one. That is amazing. I never knew that as a kid, but wow. Okay. I was also kind of a slow reader as a kid. I mean, granted though, I'm kind of somewhat of a slow reader as an adult. Where the hell did the door go? Oh, I didn't punch the button. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm an idiot. Alright. But, yeah, that's clever. If all the files, when you collect them, they spell out cipher. Well, now this time for sure we gotta go back up the stairs. Yep. I hate... Hello? Oh, so now I get to use the elevator. Thank God I was allowed to take the elevator that time. I tried using it, but I guess, I don't know, I wasn't clicking on the right spot in the right direction at the time. I don't know. Well, we've officially collected pretty much everything. We could... I wonder what happens when the champ says, what? Lady Venus? A little while ago I saw Lady Venus. I've decided I'll just have to be patient and wait for Lady Venus. Yeah, she ain't coming back anytime soon, big guy. The other way would take you back to the Lady Venus broadcast thingy. Hello. Not right now, actually. There's one thing that I would actually like to check first. I want to actually be that being, I want to go to the U-Disc, go use the U-Disc. And you know what? I think that item right there in the distance, I'm 90% certain that the U-Disc will take us, like, all the way up, not to the left. But I think when we find the L-Disc, we can take a sharp left, and in that item box, it's actually the old man's dentures, and then as gratitude, he'll give us something important. I don't know what, but hey. And now we're back into the surface of Pyrite Town. Hey! Hooey! We found a time flute! Alright, so we're definitely going to use that time flute on Suicune. and my brother decided to be a dork and scream out through my door, so you probably picked that up on the live stream through the mic. So now we've got to figure out how to find the L disc, because I guarantee, for whatever reason, that poor old man, he lost his dentures over there. And I don't know what kind of rare mystery item we get for reuniting the old man with his dentures, but yeah. I don't think there's anything saying that beat. Yep. I'm in awe. Yep. Hello. There's an elevator stairway that I can't remember which way it goes or how to access it off the top of my head. Oh, well, Silva got busted free. What the? The guy they had caged here, he was your friend, right? I let him escape. That Silva guy, he wanted me to tell you thanks. Okay, cool. Well, that's one less thing off my to worry about list. We don't have to worry about Silva anymore. That's good. That's good. Owie, my pants are pinching my hairs. Yep, I should go up top since there's no one here to scold me if I do. I haven't been up there in so long. Yeah. That is the shop. So what I'm actually gonna do now is we're gonna run back to, now that we have a time flute, we're gonna run to Agate. I'm gonna use the time flute and purify Suicune. Oh, you stuck up, bitch. Oh, God. Thank God she only has 2 Pokemon. One of them still a Phanpy. I wonder if it'll ever evolve into a Donphan. Good opportunity to level up the troops, I guess, yeah. Boom, except it wasn't that big of a body sign, I suppose, but yeah. Worse. Critical hits. Alright. Oh, no, that's not what I want to see. I'm gonna try Solar Beam, Vampy, and just be funny. I don't know. I need to figure out a decent move. Ooh, that's gonna ruin me. That's not good. I need to go through my TMs and try to find a move that I can get Ampharos. Because bless her heart, all she knows is Thunderbolt, Thundershock, and Thunder Wave. The Cotton Spore is just kind of cheeky, so, like, I just need to get her some moves that can, like, I don't know, help her fight, because the reality is she can't really fight if all she really truly knows are electric-type moves, and we go up against a Pokemon that's immune or can auto-dodge electric-type. Just use Cotton Spore and Giga Drain and see how well that works out for us. I don't know. Hey, that almost KO'd you. Nice. I will say I was glad that when I won the TM that Giga Drain was, I'm glad that I was able to, like, actually, like, every move Meganium knows right now is because I gave them to him through the TMs that we won through our Colosseum battles, both on camera and off camera. But then again, I think I only did 1 Colosseum battle, technically 2 off camera, but I lost the the second one, so yeah, there you go on that. This didn't happen. Yes, it did. You attacked me too many times any given day, and it's pissing me off. It's so damn annoying how that works. Yeah, bite me. So now we are going to continue our pursuit to Agate Village. And I probably... Well, I don't know. We conquered the underground. We took some detours and stuff, but hey, yeah. Snap. And I just now realized, unless I've said it once already, this will be the... No, we want Agate. No, that's Mount This will be like our very first live stream in the live stream series since we started, where I've never had my webcam on, like, ever, because, like I said, like, the webcam, I didn't have it turned on when we started, because when I was testing the waters and stuff on all my software, you know, the sun was still, like, at that annoying horizon, so, like, no, couldn't really, yeah. And Sudowoodo, I hate to put you back in the roster, but I need you to take 5 so that way we can time flute summon a Celebi and purify our Suicune. But, so yeah, I might try actually turning back on my webcam just to see, so brace your eyes for a second. Yeah, the sun's finally starting to set, and I can actually adjust my camera a little. Nope, wrong direction. So yeah, I've tried using like my Funko collection to try to create like a wall of shade to try and block out the sun. It just never really works out that well. And now that we're back on webcam, how about we strap on our battle mask? Because now we're going to purify our Suicune by the power oh, right, you gotta be right on it with the time flute. Uh-huh. I should have, like, had my green straw in my hand. Celebi! Yeah, I should have had this out and just pretend it's a flute. Summon the Celebi! Which is appropriate that we summon a Celebi. Put back in the cup with this stupid straw. You know, actually, my cup's actually empty, so I might need that. It's actually really unique that we use a time flute on Suicune because Pokemon Forever. That's the Johto movie where they introduced Celebi the Time Traveler, and Suicune's in that movie. And you know what's funny? Um, they do a standalone movie for Pokemon 3, which introduces Entei and the Unknown. They do a standalone movie for Suicune, which introduces Suicune and Celebi the Time Traveler, but now I just realized there's no standalone movie in the Pokemon universe for Raikou. Just realized that. Because after Pokemon Forever, that's when we jump into Pokemon Heroes? And oddly enough, Latias and Latios are in that movie, but we hadn't gone to the Hoenn region yet. So we literally meet legendaries from a different region in that movie. And another notification on my phone, gotta check it, it's just a thingy. So now we've got Surf, Leer, Rain Dance, and the Gust Attack. Cool. Wait, are you part ice? You're part ice, right? Nope, you're all water. Another reason why I thought the netball could be effective against Suicune, but nope, wasn't lucky enough. And in all honesty, you know, I made the joke saying I wanted Suicune and Entei to all be captured in timer balls alongside with Raikou when we encounter Raikou. But I really thought it would have been cool and unique to catch a legendary Pokemon with a netball. But oh well, didn't work out that way. Did not work out that way. So, Suicune, congratulations, you have been purified. Now, I think right now would it be a good time to... Because I can't bench you. Here's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm going to put Mantine and Hariyama, and for right now, Ampharos on rest duty, because why? I'm actually going to put some Shadow Pokemon in my team and start working on Shadow Purification of my party. I'm actually going to hold off on Ramarade just for right now. Soft Sand? That's for ground type moves, ain't it? I mean, you're Ice and Ground, but, I mean, I guess it works, but really, couldn't it do better? And you're a flying ground type. Oh, neat. You don't have any, held items, though. And now comes the boring part of me playing the game. Clean up and reorganizing, and for that, I apologize. But yeah, I'm gonna have the party take 5, and, you know, obviously I gotta keep Espeon, but I also want to keep Meganium on roster, because I want to see Meganium go to level 40 before I put him on rest. Now there is, let me think, because we're almost 3 hours into the live stream. As far as I know, I've left no stone unturned for all things the adventure in the underground. Also gonna swap Pokemon real quick. Well, don't. So, I'm also gonna lead with Paloswine because, yeah, here's why. So, I'm gonna do one more look over of the underground. Also, to some people. I know there's somebody in this town that I need to talk to about a cologne case. I don't remember who it is. But, because when I get the cologne case, I can just, you know, give Pokemon, more massages and stuff. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to fight one of the locals. Well, you'll put up a challenge for sure, actually. Because all your Pokemon are level 40. In fact, I think the last time we fought this old guy, his Pokemon was a Sentret and a Noseleaf and a Seedot. I'm actually going to take a chance with going for Solar Beam without the sun out. That's gonna hurt me in the long run, especially with Bird having high speed. Oh, Paloswine, we were not ready for you to go into Fever mode. Good. Well, cool. Noseleaf is only dropping like a paralysis move. That's cool. But it helps strand them. So, target Noseleaf. Please do not KO my stuff. Thank you, Meganium. Thank you. And now unleash the Solar Beam! Alright, we KO'd you. Good job. Man, we're still got a long way to go for you to have a level up. And that is a Machoke. How you doing? Well, critical hit because, yeah, Shadow type and in Hyper mode, so that's good for me. leaves are cool. Giga Drain and Call. Giga Drain and Hyperbone right up. You got to see her eyes. You like the animation that they put with those beady eyes and those slappy eyebrow things. It was always so funny and adorable for me as a kid. We could never get enough of that. Revenge. I think that might say, oh no, Palace Line's still standing. Good job. Let's go for Giga Drain, and yeah. Machoke is still standing. He is beefy boy. I don't remember if I got it on recording, but there was that demo live stream where I had a team of all boys, and I'm fighting a team of all girls, and one of the female Pokemon was a female Machoke, and I swear to God, she was using attractant stuff to make my Pokemon be all like, I'm too in love to fight Machoke, and I'm like, seriously. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I always cringe and get irritated when that happens to your Pokemon, but oh well. Thank you. Thank you. But, yeah. I think the attract combo thing was like something like brand new. Do you know if, yes? Okay, cool. I wanna say the Hoenn region was what brought the concept of, using the attract tactics for, yeah. Okay, so, sweet smell. I'm terribly sorry, but I can't tell you. Dang it. Well, I figured I'd try, but, yeah, I would hope that they would tell me where I can go to, or who to talk to. As to where do I go to get a cologne case? No, that's just the place where I went to. Because I actually don't know where I need to go to talk to anybody about a cologne case. It's been so long. I thought there was a guy. No. No. No, that's the other side. Gotta go down. Maybe it's this. No, that's the Celebi fanatic with Alzheimer's or dementia. Yep, never mind. Wrong house. Yeah. Me, myself, and no, I already talked to him. I already went there. Because I know it's somebody in Agate Village that gives you a cologne case. Nobody in here. Trying to figure it out. Who do I talk to about that cologne case? Hey, you dude. Oh no. I was not ready for another battle with the locals. I mean, I don't got anything better to do tonight, so this might be my first 3.5, 4 hour long live stream. I was trying to focus on that damn Columbus. So let's Giga Drain and Rescue Shadow Road. Unfortunately, I don't see Palace Line surviving this fight. But at least on the plus side, this is helping Palace Line get Shadow purified, so I can't complain too much. Then we make a few $100 off of it, and it's helping the game get some more XP, so again, can't complain too much about it. Alright, so Palace Line went to Hyper Mode, that's fine. Whoops, I messed with that one. Let's go for Body Slam on a Sunflora and just tell Palace Line to calm down. She's not long for this fight, but at least we'll get this almost one full bar down, so cool. Haha. Very good. Oh, think every other time we've seen Ace's power go off, it's always Sunstorm. I also remember Piloswine being exclusively introduced as the signature Pokemon of the 7th Gym Leader of the Johto region, and it's because he's an Ice type, and his other Pokemon was a Dugong, because Generation 2 is when they introduced Ice type moves more divert another type, like Steel type and Dark type, I think. So, how I remember, at least in the anime, that gym leader only used a Dugong as his other Ice-type Pokemon. But I also remember the second gym leader, her exclusive Pokemon, her signature Pokemon was a Miltank. First Pokemon gym leader of the Johto region, I do not remember who that is. I remember gym leader 3 or 4 was a bug type trainer. I think gym leader number 3 actually was a fighting type gym leader, and I know he had a Machoke, I believe, and fuck Osborne, and a Poliwrath. At least that's how it was, how I remembered it in the anime series. And I remember he was like a very eccentric, energetic, on the older side of things gym leader, I think. I think he was, I don't know. It's been like 20 years since I've seen Johto. Then there's the one gym leader who had a Steel X. She was the Steel type gym leader, and she also had 2 Magnemites. I think that was gym leader number 5. I'm trying to remember. And I know gym leader number 8 was a dragon type trainer. Hey, you, please don't have Pokemon. Ooh! No, I do not. Thank you! Okay, so I found my clone case, yay. And I also got Meganium trained up, so, I'm actually going to take this opportunity now to, and, we are going to put, unfortunately, we have to bench Meganium for a little while. Just for a little while, because what are we going to do? We are going to put Meganium in our bank for right now, and then we are going to rearrange. Boom. And boom. Because now, I did pick up Remoraid, right? Yes, I did. Cool. Hello. Because now we're going to make some small investments into Pokemon Cologne. And by doing that, we're going to see how well that helps us purify Remoraid quicker. I've got 20 Gs, that's great. Vivid Scent, strongest version we've got. I'm gonna go the full 12 for a full 10. That does kind of put me down a little bit, but I can just do one of the Pokemon Colosseums for off-camera to make more money. Clone Case, Vivid Scent, Remoraid. Oh. Ah, nice. Now let's see how well that worked. colones really kind of hurt the bank a little bit, if I'm being honest, but I don't know. That kind of felt like I got gypped. Like, a lot would be like half its bar, like not a pinch of its bar, but I don't know. In all honesty, I don't think I entirely see myself doing a whole lot of cologne case investments. I'm just doing it for Ramarade, just to experiment to see with the expensive scents, and because also Ramarade's like the only shadow Pokemon in the game that they set at level 20. Like, they truly make Ramarade the weakest shadow Pokemon you could possibly catch, and I don't understand why they did that. I really don't. Still got 4 more cents. I would say Ramarade surely should have 1, maybe 2 bars open, but I'm not gonna break my bank just to get Ramarade all the way. Well, okay, so with 7 Vivid Cents, we definitely got Ramarade 2 bars. So that's not the worst kind of investment, but it is kind of a pricey investment to high speed. So I don't know, I'm conflicted about how it is as an investment. But then again, though, maybe other scents do have stronger potencies for massages. I could probably, for the next Pokemon, hell, I could probably even, the next time I have that much money to invest, I could experiment with using cologne massages on Dunsparce, maybe. So that is... Okay, wow, so we almost got 3 full bars on using the Vivid Sense for Ramarade. Cool, okay, not bad. Unfortunately, we are empty on that. So now what we are going to do to finish off this live stream, we're going to have to switch back to you. We didn't get really that much screen time with Ferret, but yeah. We are going to end this stream, or more than likely, in a nice little fashionable style of, the elevator shaft at the Colosseum port. That's how you get in here now, remember, yeah. We're gonna end this live stream off with seeing how our luck is in the Under Colosseum. We'll be at a small minor disadvantage because we won't have any of our main team members, because with the exception of Espeon, because we're trying to now transfer Shadow Pokemon that we've done the story arc that is the Under. Of course, where we go to find... Oh, that's so cool. I love the Japanese writing banners and all that stuff that they have, even though this is the American game. I like how they still keep, like, all the Japanese stuff. Oh, cool. Nice considered kids local hero. Nice. Yeah, I really love the aesthetic. Oh, this feels like it's going to be a painfully humiliating fight. Like, I remember the Under Colosseum battles being extremely difficult. I didn't realize they'd be like level 60 level difficult. Fake out, which means I'm gonna flinch. Damn, it does get so high level. I mean, I'd be lucky enough to beat one of these guys. I mean, my Confusion did do a good chunk of damage to that Clam Pearl, but at the same time... Yeah, very smart, trying to nerf electricity when... Oh, wait! Nobody type moves are kind of effective against Palestine, even though they're an ice type, but they're also a ground type. Nice. Oh, Quailfish, how funny. Ooh, nice. Okay, so there's a small chance he might make it to the finals. Poor Power Slime. I'm gonna laugh if we manage to survive this fight with Ramarade. I doubt Lumbre would. Oh, yeah, I forgot your grass type. So weird. Well, we just see good benefit between the Cologne cases and the Colosseum battle with their Ramarade, like 3 balls, so there's that for us. Of course, this fight's gonna be a housing hit because you know it's not much type against Lumbre. Oh, that was half decent for it. Hell, I haven't really tried anything with Ferret since we caught it from Cal or Clive, the local bad boy at the gates of Pyrite Town. Let's try a side and see if that's any different with effectiveness. Oh, yeah. So, I'm actually pretty shocked. Yeah, and I'm still glad that we brought Espeon. I think the biggest reason why we're winning is because we have Espeon in our party. Under Colosseum Battle 2! So the first guy had 3 Pokemon on his roster. So you beat Venus, big deal, don't be too pleased with yourself. I basically am a celebrity in town now. Gotta love it. Zero and Seadra. I'm a little nervous on how this battle's gonna go. Shadow Rush and Psybeam. Zero scares me slightly more because they're naturally tanky, but oh, we got a critical hit. Nice. Yeah, I forget that House Line's part ground, so water type moves do a little more extra damage. But damn, Zero survived that. That sucks. Please do not be a bitch. That was me. They ganged up unfairly on Power Slime. Poor girl, she didn't get to finish off Zero. Hey, now Ramarade knows Psybeam, that's cool. I'm gonna just do that, and drop Swift. Yay, speed advantage. Boom. If we KO one more, geez, bigger off he's gonna get bombed. Alright, he is splitting up. I mean, I guess that's fair considering you're 3 times my level, but I don't know. This Remray did manage to get a little bit of XP from this fight, so you gotta give Remray props for that. I feel bad. Remray is only built slightly stronger than your average, your average Magikarp. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, Vigoroth kind of scares me. Yeah, we're in a slight dilemma. Because we got lucky in that first fight, but we're not doing so hot in this fight. I'm gonna send out Meditite. I think I might have also had Meditite out in my party for a hot minute from that off-camera Colosseum battle in Pyrite. So, yeah, Meditite actually has a little bit of their heart opened up, so that's cool. Well, Meditite survived that hit, so, yeah. I'm not entirely certain that I can survive and win this fight. Dang it, Vigoroth got to go before me. Oh, that hurts. Okay, fine. Alright. Espeon gets a level up. Meditite gets a little bit of XP. Good for them. Now the only real question is, can we survive this fight? Because we do have Lady Anne in the party, and I think, yeah, she is level 40. She might be able to tank a few hits of Sidra to where we can actually win this match. But in all honesty, if all other fights are going to be this tough, if not tougher, then we ain't winning the Colosseum battle. It's just that. Ooh, Sidra got confused. That's lucky for us. Nice. 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 Alright. Well, yeah, that was good. That's good. That was slightly stronger, but yeah. Exciting. Alright. Boom. Nope, we've still got 2 more fights. I think I'll be lucky enough to make it to the finals. But if the final opponent has 4 or 5 guaranteed, there's no way that Espeon, unless we have some crazy type advantage. Hey girl, look at you, how you doing? Shadow Pokemon, that's got nothing to do with me, let's battle. Yeah. Alright, Azumarill, that's a scary concept, and we've got a Kirlia. So, it's a Psychic on Psychic Brawl, and yeah, I don't know how this is gonna pan out, that kinda sucks. Obliviousness? Ooh, she's got 4 Pokemon on roster, I'm not sure I can beat her. Ah, that's a problem for us. And why is she giving us Justy vibes? I hate that. Yeah, I think this girl's gotta be. Papa's fine, honey, why did you do that? Wait a minute, doesn't Utter Sleuth let you automatically hit? Yep. only problem is I got 2 gases and Alright, you wanna stop? Alright, so we do have a fighting chance, but... And let's see if I'm a little more extra on damage. Yeah, I don't know. Curly is gonna drop it to 2, probably... Ooh, that's gonna take out house play. Forgive me! Yeah. Yeah, now I gotta send our tuna wonder. At least I want to say Ramaran's a tuna. If not a tuna, then some kind of exotic schoolfish, like the ones in Finding Nemo that are paired together that do all those wacky shapes. Well, at least we took it up in rail, so and we'll get to it. Caliper, that bothers me because I know you still have one more on bench, and Calipers are famous for dropping quick attacks. Yep. Shadow Rush, concentrate on Furlia. I don't think it's going to be as effective because type leveling and, well, I got a crit, but I don't know. I don't know. Of course, you want to play shadow games. Fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough. I'll have to look up a movie. Ah, you suck. Woohoo! Better change that. What now? But he went into beaver mode, so yeah. I've got Anti left and Radiant. Radiant could no, because flying moves deal more damage to bug types, if I remember correctly. You know, now I'm also remembering that early episode of Pokemon Advanced Battle in the Hoenn region, where Ash is fighting like some prototype gym, whatever that was, and the dude had a Pelipper on his team. And what was bizarre is what the dude would do is put small Pokemon with he would put Pokeballs that had small Pokemon in Pelipper's big huge bill. And so literally when Ash would fight Pelipper would like use all those small Pokemon to other attacks, like a Magmar's Thundershock, some random grass Pokemon's vying with. And I don't remember what other Pokemon that the Pelipper had in its build. I think it had like 3 or 4 known Pokemon, and I'm like, what is going on? Because yeah, I was like, how is that Pelipper doing all of these moves and all that stuff? Like, I shouldn't be doing that. And then they found out that the dude was like cheating and being a pro for this Pelipper, and I'm like, what? Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I want to say, because my memory's... No, now I remember. The first gym leader of Hoenn is a God, that double team evasion tactic stuff is taking over. I want to at least be able to take down Curly and see what your fourth Pokemon was. Yeah, figured. Or Espeon. Good one. Yeah. We got lucky in the first two fights, but sadly it wasn't in the cards to actually take the prize. What was it? A knockdown. Still. But we're out. Yep. I wonder if you get a consolation prize for making it to the... I told you Shadow Pokemon have nothing to do with this. Yeah. Which is actually appropriate that because I had almost all Shadow Pokemon. So correction, there are no consolation prizes. That... Ugh. Excuse me, no consolation prizes. That does make me a little sad. However, here is how I'm actually going to do the setup for the end of it all. I'm going to switch Remoraid with Palswine. Because Remoraid has like 3.5 of their bars, unlocked. We are going to go to Mount Battle. Alright. This is Mount Battle. Would you like to challenge? And would you like to start anew? I'm just going to say new challenge. Because we're going to go through stage 1 real quick. We're going to basically do a grind. And because I'm going to do a grind, I'm actually going to swap out... Gotta mute the mic for a minute. Okay, sorry about that awkward long pause. I am back. I had to help with another chore, but I've returned. Wow. Got Penny. Oh wow, I forgot how easy these guys were. I mean, it's a perfect setup for Ramery for sure. So we're gonna Psybeam and Shadow Rush. Alright, so we are 4 bars in for Ramarade, and we are 2 bars in for Palestine. Well, Palestine is now in hyper mode, so that's good. Alright, so what I'm gonna try and do is see what happens when I tell Long and Ramarade, and I kinda get that opportunity to Shadow Rush, but there's Palestine has cooldown and stuff. Now, I want to say light if on top. It's so weird how the lighting changes and shifts on my webcam. I don't understand uh, how the light balance contrast it does with my PC laptop. I don't understand that. But Colosseum's a cool. Wow, I just scratched my face. Colosseum is a good is a cool Pokemon. But I don't really think like now there's really all that much need for an alternation Pokemon into our party with like Palestine. I cool we got a Water Beam though. Cause I mean Palistine's cool. It's just their ground and ice, which means they are weak against water. So that is a problem for us. what we have in Pursuit of Widow. Well, yeah, I just can't decide how I would prioritize cosplay. And I even said as a good gimmick that even though Yanma hasn't really seen a day of action, I would like to have Yanma as a residential bug type Pokemon. The only caveat is two things. I haven't really seen the need for bug type Pokemon in this team. Factor one. And factor two, despite being a bug type, Yanma doesn't really fight and operate like a bug type. They fight and operate like a normal type because they're like the original supersonic, loud and noise attack style Pokemon. Which, funny enough, as far as I recall, Ash never had one in his Pokemon party, but Jesse had the evolved form of Yanma that was introduced in like Generation 4 or 5. So let's change Psybeam and Shadow Rush. It's overkill, but ow, my shoulder popped. You're not a lady, you're a child. Probably. You're state number 5. Well, honestly, I probably should have got on stage 2 instead of stage 10, but it said continue, and I didn't really want to continue on from stage 4, but I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I was supposed to say continue, and I went back to the fifth area 2, but oh well. So, we're going to go, well... Buzz on my phone. So the way I'm reading this, if it's not the next fight we go into, it'll be the fight after that we go into. That Remoraid will be able to be purified. So let's do Aurora Beam and Palace Flying Collier. I do find Remoraid as a concept kind of cool though, because it is a water fish type Pokemon, but it's supposed to be themed, its theme is supposed to be, it's basically the laser scope fish Pokemon. But I still side on the factor that I truly believe that Remoraid should have evolved into a mankind, not into an octopus. But at the same time, hey, I was only like 4 or 5 when Johto was created, so I wasn't in the executive room in Japan back in 2000-2001 when Pokemon was getting developed for the Johto region. So this will be stage 6. catch also a lot of the pre-evolved forms of almost all the larger majority of Shadow Pokemon that you catch in this game. Like, or you get opportunities to catch, because I think in XD Gale and Darkness, the price for going from floor 1 to floor 100 without stopping is you get 1 of 3 or all 3 of the Johto region starter Pokemon. Whereas in this game, you catch their evolved forms, Feraligatr, Bayleaf, and Typhlosion. No, Pylon, sorry. But, no, you get a Swinub instead of a Piloswine, and you put them out to Gale of Darkness, you see Seedot, you see, Mary, you see Houndour, if I remember correctly, Salamis and Flygon, the 2 dragon Pokemon. There's a yeah, it's a bit of a brain buzz. But what's also funny is how you can also catch Shadow Pokemon in XD Gale of Darkness. I mean, you can catch wild Pokemon. They say in the Oron region, before XD Gale of Darkness, there's no wild Pokemon. So what regions and by what means are people getting Pokemon in this region of the Pokemon world? But oh well. I mean, hey, the Oron region is its very own unique little slice of the world, because I mean, how else could the Cypher organization, you know, read its dark evil empire, you know? And I'll say, because of all the chores and the pausing that I had to do in between the live stream and grabbing dinner, this is actually our longest live stream ever. And of course we had some, I'm actually going to start training Meditite. I'm going to give Piloswine a break. Meditite should be strong enough to train with Bramerade. So yeah, we'll do that. How could I forget, Vander, that we saved you from that Cypher admin? I will say, so far, his design just sticks out well. Like, yeah, he just naturally looks it's also bizarre how it's a second fighting because, you know, like, those two types are supposed to be polar opposites. Kind of like how they made Halucha, the luchador Pokemon, a flying fighting type. You know, it's funny as I just now noticed Grammaraid's back tail fin kind of almost looks like that, the flintlock that hits the back of the gun to shoot off a bullet. I never really noticed that until now, I don't think. Yeah, I'm aware. Let's go Aurora on Jigglypuff because if I'm not mistaken, Slack Off will literally just be lazy and goes off this next round because it always does around that laziness. Yep, called it. Just got you out of Piper mode. Well, that would seem to do a little bit more. Gonna do a feint attack. But I think I have... Ooh, sure got a grammar, right? That's rude. Grammar might get KO'd. Okay, so the way I see it, Slack Off's gonna be lazy this round, or at least he should. So that gives me an opportunity to, yeah, do that. Yep, okay. So this round we will Psybeam and calm you down. Cool. Sadly, it'll only be 100 coupons, but at least it's 100 more coupons. Though, I can't really say anything that I would want to buy right now for these kind of coupons, but would you like to go to the next area? I'd actually like to stop. Next time, stop. There, cleared? Okay, would you like to? Yes, let's teleport. Okay, Abra, teleport. So now, for the last thing we are going to do for this live stream, which is almost 4 hours long, because I think the very first, well, not the demo live stream, but the first story live stream, I think that live stream was like 3 hours and maybe 15 minutes long, because we did all those first fights, then we journeyed to Pyrite Town, did the Colosseum battle, and do the initial infiltration of Meyer Bees' hideout. And then I think we did all of stream 2 dedicated to journeying through the hideout, which took about an hour or so, maybe 2, I'm not sure. Maybe it was just like an hour and a half, but then I also remember the battle with Meyer B, we had to do a rematch against him, so there was that. But now we've purified Ramoride, And what I'm actually going to do with Remoraid now is give Remoraid the XP share. Cool, we got Bubble Beam now. Level 22. Level 23. Cool. No. I do not have a nickname planned out for her. So what we're going to do is pull up the XP share. Oh, passed it. No? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. And now we're going to give XP share to Remoraid. Then what we are going to do is have Remoraid just chill out in the back. And what we're now going to do to finally finish off this live stream is we are going to go back to Mount Battle. We're going to save at Mount Battle. And in our next live stream, our goal is to train Remoraid into evolving into an Artillery, even though, you know, we literally already have 2 Water-type Pokemons to alternate with our party between Mantine and Quagsire. I'm just really doing it just because I feel like Remoraid deserves to be at the very least level 30 and evolve into an Octillery just for the hell of it. That was gross, excuse me. That was gross. The sinuses. But, I am Rexmon of Rexmon Productions. This has been almost 4 hours long. I have to use the bathroom. I would say if not for dinner and for the 2 chore pauses that I had to do real quick, I would say this would have only been really like a 3.5 hour long live stream. But in our next live stream, we are going to go up back to Mount Battle and help train the other 4 Shadow Pokemon, all while using XP Share to grind and train Remoraid. So, stay tuned. I would say the next live stream would be Thursday. Have a great week, folks. Bye-bye.